Now an update on Washington, D.C.'s troubled schools and the plan to fix them. The NewsHour special correspondent for education, John Merrow, is chronicling the efforts of public schools Chancellor Michelle Rhee. Here is his report.
In Washington, D.C., the new leader of the public schools is putting her house in order.
The bottom line is, I don't believe that you are going to be the leader who is going to take this school in the direction that we need it to go in and have the highest expectations for the kids.
Michelle Rhee spent the first weeks of the school year meeting one-on-one with all 156 principals under her charge.
In any other sector, employees are expected to meet certain outcomes or deliverables, and everybody knows that if you don't meet those numbers, you go. That's what we're creating. No, I'm terminating your principalship now.
Any compassion?
Compassion? I think that when you're doing the kind of work that I'm doing in public education, where the lives and futures of children hang in the balance, you can't play with that.
The wheels are in motion for action, and the time for dramatic change begins today.
Rhee's campaign for reform began 6 months ago with full support from Washington's new mayor, Adrian Fenty.
There will be people along the way who don't agree with things that we're doing, but as long as we're confident that it is what's best for opportunities of young people in our system and for their education, that will trump everything else.
Councilmember, how are you? Good to see you.
Michelle Rhee spent the last 10 years working to improve teacher quality in low-performing schools, but she's never been a principal, let alone manage a school system. Less than a year ago, she had just over 100 employees. Today, she's in charge of over 11,000 employees in what may be the worst public school district in the country.
We have, in some circumstances, 70 percentage points difference between our white kids and our black kids. That makes me so angry. This is nothing but the result of the adults in this system not doing their jobs. What about your achievement gap in the school?
Achievement gaps are getting a little bit better.
In her meetings this fall with the principals, Rhee discovered what she believes is a key problem.
Nobody had ever said to them, this is my expectation. This is what success will look like at the end of the year. If you meet this or exceed this, we will be great. And if you don't meet this, then we're going to have a serious conversation about whether or not you can continue on in this role.
Rhee asked each principal to set a goal for improving student achievement.
You don't have to run, but you got to put some pep to your step. Let's go.
Lynn Gober is the principal at Anacostia High School.
Anacostia is a tough school with tough issues. I promised her that I'm up for the challenge.
Test scores here rank at the bottom of the district. Last year, only 7% of students scored proficient in math. In reading, only 6% were proficient. The goal this year is to double those scores.
There is more than one way to assess student progress.
Gloria Balton is an administrator at Anacostia with the job of helping teachers raise performance.
There's 10th grade teachers with students reading on 3rd grade level. I don't have any 3rd grade books in this building to give to them.
But Anacostia's problems go far beyond books.
Excuse, okay. You know
She just don't get here. What are you talking about? I'm not about to get in trouble. Just don't get here. Settle down.
There are a lot of neighborhood issues that children are faced. Several of the children take care of themselves. They take care of their brothers and sisters. Some of the students have to work in order to survive and to help their parents or to help the parent that they live with.
You need more psychologists in the school. You need more counselors in the school, because when you can address the needs of the soul, then you can get them to perform.
You can address the needs of the souls of these kids in the classroom through the power that we have as educators. You can't teach in a vacuum. You got to meet them where they are. You got to take that into account. But you can never, ever, ever let that be an excuse for the kids not achieving at the highest levels.
To double test scores by the end of the year, Principal Gober is focusing on school spirit, parent involvement, and test preparation.
Very good. Write that down. STRIVE.
What are you doing? You didn't write anything. Our students can do whatever anyone else can do because they have the heart. They just need the opportunities. I mean, we're not a perfect school, but we're striving to be.
The principal, she's struggling. I think she's in an incredibly difficult situation, and she wants to do well. She's working hard, she's trying. But I can't confuse that at all with producing results.
Success for DC's principals depends in part on support from the district's central office. That agency recently came under fire when thousands of books and supplies it had ordered were found in a warehouse, while students went without.
That office, if you take something there, it's going to get lost. So don't take it there.
Rehired Thelma Monk to head the Human Resources Department.
The general perception is that you're not going to get any help. The phones are, not that the phones are busy, but the mailboxes are always full.
Under the current contract, terminating a central office employee can take months.
As you know, every effective organization out there has the ability to hold its employees accountable.
To bring the same bottom-line accountability to the central office that she's already put in place for principals, Rhee asked the City Council in October for power to fire central office employees at will.
I need this authority for the long term to make sure that anytime there's any employee who's not producing results and who's not doing the right thing for kids, that we're able to move them out of the system.